Miss Azzlana Jane was trying her best to help out. I was quite proud of her for being very persistent to get the radiator heater out of the way to make room for our new flooring. Bursted the radiator line, so on a mad rush I had to get underneath the bus and sever the radiator line and plug it up. Radiator fluid went everywhere. It was a huge mess, absolutely disaster, but there was one little job we got out of the way. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but this is what we're working with. Just installed this bit of timber here. This bit of timber which sits flush with this part of the floor. So I'm just going to overhang the hearth that I constructed. I'm just going to overhang it and rest it on that timber. And I can use this cavity underneath it for storing sticks or kindling or whatever.
Yeah, I will. I'm in the middle of taking lunch at the moment, sweetheart. Can you wait? It's got to be done today, I know that.
Yeah, so that lines up nicely.
Good job.
Hell yeah. Because I want to leave this original piece of the bus, there's a lot of R&D has gone into making and developing this. It's an original piece of the bus. I want to leave it there for the aesthetics on the outside as you're walking up the stairs. And I was concerned about perhaps hitting the fireplace here and the heat from the fireplace melting the vinyl. It's got like a vinyl centre, a cushioned vinyl soft centre to it. So instead of cutting that away, making extra work for myself, got this galvanised frame. I've lined the back of it with cement sheet. So the cement sheet's going to go up against it like so and stop the heat transfer through to the vinyl. I've cut colour bond piece for the back part of the wall. It's going to surround the fireplace. So I'll fix this off, fix this back wall off to the structure of the bus. So it's on there pretty good now. And now I'll go ahead and fix colour bond. That offcut of colour bond there was just an offcut. I needed 770 and it was at 740, so I thought, well, I'll just use that, save cutting a small piece out of a full sheet. So I used that, and I figure once I get this side wall on, it's going to close the gap up.
I've got the big cups that stand the back with teacups.
And then
I have to do bookshelf.
And then on top of that, we've got like an internal angle. It's 50 by 50 mil. That should cover up any imperfections.
Just don't touch what Dad's doing, please.
see what's going to happen here. The trailer's going to tip up as soon as I get that weight, the weight of that wood heater down to the back end of the trailer. So I'll just try and jam something under there to stop it from tipping back on me. Underneath that third step up. You stay down there, lift it up. Lift the clink up, right up. Keep going, right up, lift it right up. Okay, so you do that. And then it should just arse central, that should lift up the arse central slowly. Oh my god, it's happening. Alright.
Okay. Hang on. Hard work. Got to take this off.
So the wood heater fits just by this much. Probably wouldn't even squeeze the thickness of that pencil.
I was going to say a bee stick, but I don't know how appropriate that is.
So I've got us to this point. Now from here, I'm gonna lift and push, and you're gonna sort of like try and step down on that timber so the timber lays down flat.
So like with my
and then I'm gonna slide it up there on its side, hopefully.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. That's it. Keep it there. Ah, it's not slide. Holy cow, man! Nearly gave myself a bloody hernia. No, serious. Okay, yep, right.
Nearly busted a couple of out.
And again. Yep, right. Okay. Right, okay, right. So, from here, we're going to lay it on its face. So, roll it over this way, slowly, softly. And then we'll stand it up on its Move. Work this. There it is. The piece of la resistance. Yeah, it's not the prettiest wood heater. It's a few years old. It's been well used. There's no cracks in the firebox. One thing is, we took some plates out inside the firebox, or the owner did, just to drop the weight of it a bit to get it in the trailer.
It's like previous owner.
Previous owner. And the fire bricks were still in there. So by the time we got this back, 200 kilometres away and got it back to where we were, the fire bricks had all worked their way loose with all the vibration bumps in the road and just ground down into a pile of gravel. Yeah. So we had to throw the fire bricks out. We did new fire bricks for it, which is probably a blessing in disguise anyway. So it's a little bit, looks a little bit well used.
Just get a bit of steel wool,
but it just needs to be seasoned. It's just cast iron.
So what? Put steel wool and
oil. Get it red hot, and then just lather everything in oil and let the oil soak into the steel, and that'll bring the blackness back out in it. It'll be good.
Now, a lot of people might be concerned of whether it's too hot, like too big, and will it be too hot for our bus? What would you say to that?
You wouldn't be able to get any bigger, that's for sure. But what I would say is, yeah, if you've got it fully stoked and you've got it opened right up, so there's heaps of air going through, and you're burning the fire hot, you know, it might burn too hot for this small space. But
I mean,
what we intend to do is we want a slow burn. So we want to be able to fill that wood box up, get it started, cut the oxygen supply off to it, and then just let it smoulder slowly overnight. And so we've got a nice constant, you know, warmth.
Not radiant, not massive heat, yeah, but like just that chill out of the air constantly and keep the condensation out.
Just take the chill out of the air, so you know we're not going to have it raging.
I mean, if it got to a point and it did get too hot, the door is right there, and we've got all of the windows we can undo, and the emergency hatch too. So and the driver's side window. So if it did get too hot, we've got ventilation. So.
So this here is what came with the wood heater, and believe it or not, I haven't seen, this is a wetback system for hot water. I've seen them where you sort of wrap the copper coil around the flue, or have the copper coil coiled up, bolted to the back of the wood heater. But this actual flue, this acts as two things. It acts as a flue, but also it's been lined with a water jacket inside the flue. I don't know if you can see that. It's only a very narrow water jacket, probably 5 or 10 mil. But this whole outside of the flue fills up with water, so as the heat from the flue's going through, it heats up the water. And then you get your two DPs, which will give you, what's the word, natural convection. So natural convection, where cold goes in the bottom, water heats up and the hot comes out of the top. And then you sort of plumb that into a header tank or into a low pressure water tank, and that will just keep circulating around. So it's free hot water as long as we got the wood heater going. So we get heat and hot water and you know, a surface to cook on, all three things for free. Cool.
Never
happened upon when I split this piece of wood. There's a lot of wood dust and stuff on the inside. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of like a wattle grub. That grub has been inside the wood, eating all the wood for a long time. That's a nice sized grub. So what I'm going to do with that sucker is keep it, and I'll use it for bait in the river down the way a bit and try and catch some bream or some trout in a freshwater river somewhere. They'll work perfectly. Ooh. There's another nice juicy sucker. I'll chuck some of this sawdust and the grubs in my fishing tackle box, and then I'll use them at a later date. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The weather report suggests it's going to be 65km/h gusts blowing north-northwesterly that way, so it won't come in off the ocean. Should have a bit of shelter. Rain clouds are coming in overhead, and I've done my hunter and gathering today. Got enough firewood here to burn for the night to keep us all warm and cosy. Found some grubs along the way for fishing bait. Cool. Got a pergola thing set up. I've just taken, I'm just going to leave the frame in place. Got all the frame anchored off nice and securely. I've just taken the tarp section of the roof off, so the heavy wind gusts don't pick the whole thing up and turn it into a big mangled mess.
M-I-L-E. Lyle.
What's going on in here, gang?
We are just
Headphones?
about to dish up some tea.
Yeah, can you please go and get me some
And the kids are having some technology time.
Ooh, technology time.
I did it.
So Noah's playing a word game.
And I'm watching.
Oh, that's one. Well done.
So as far as the hearth and all the sidewall and everything's going, today I went ahead and cut up the leftover colorbond sheet that I had. So now the colorbond wraps right around the back of the wood heater. I left this little nib wall till last. I left it I left the lining off it just to see how much heat actually transferred through it from the sidewall. Turns out it's really good. This particular wood heater has like a 1/4 inch steel plate on the face bent over for the top as well, so that whole face and top section is red hot. So the sides and back are double sleeved, have a cavity in there, and they're double walled. So you can actually, you know, you can put your hand on the side of that, and it's not a terrible sensation. So even when this has been burning for 24 hours and it's been hot as anything, you can still put your hand on this, on the skin on the side, and there's no heat transferred through there at all, which is great. That was the main concern, because the clearance between this side wall and this little nib partition I put in for the kids' safety is only like 20 or 30 mil. Being all galvanised and all metal, I'm not concerned with, you know, excessive heat and starting a fire. So that's worked out really well. All I need now for this to finish off the fireplace installation for the bus is to tile the hearth, and then also get some capping and some trim just to finish off around the edges of the nip walls and stuff, and then that'll be done and dusted.
Stop! How do you spell stop?
Stop. It's S-T-O-P.
Start! Start. Slow. How do you spell slow? You need an L. What does this say? Mum.
I'm trying to dish up tea though.
I'm doing S-O.
S-O? So. What about cow? H-O-W. Cow. What about who? Which is...
Ah!
Well done.
I